And welcome back, sports fans. I am celebrity sports host Wolfram Ajax. You may have heard of me from Rebbl and other things. Now, I'm filling in for Stoobings, who has missed week 1 and week 2 of his recaps. And so what I did was I went out and got somebody who's very professional. This man is now covering, I think he's covering beach volleyball down in Brazil. Please welcome back to the show, C. Arnold, also known as Charles. How are you doing, Charles?
Hey, Wolfram Ajax.
Hey, how's the new career
all
going?
All good?
Yeah.
Yeah, BloodBowl was too casual, so I went for something more professional.
Yeah.
Beach volleyball,
Yeah,
yes.
you're getting paid the big bucks now covering beach volleyball in Brazil. That's exciting. I am covering my kids' T-ball league, so I got a demotion, I think. You got promoted.
But it's nice to get the gang back together for a one-off, let's say.
A one-time special event. Anybody who watches our previous shows knows we kind of have a format. We probably won't follow it today just because I don't have everything set up and we're filling in last minute. But hopefully you guys enjoy this. What we'll do is we'll take a quick commercial break. We'll come right back and we'll jump into last week's results. Welcome back, sports fans. Taking a look back at week 1 that was not covered, what we'll do is we'll take a quick look here. And it looks like the Megalomania Murderers 2-1 over the Krakow Knights. Day Drinkers 1-1 tie. Bushido Crawling Crocs 2-2 tie against the Bubonic Knights. Knob Goblins 1-3 loss to Pretty in Pink. Now I think Pretty in Pink is a elf team if I recall right.
Correct.
Yeah, Prancing Kittens 1-3 lost to Shuffle Alliance, which I think is another elf team, isn't it? Rat Rocket. Puppy Pouncers tied 1-1. And that game I actually did watch. Greenskin admin. I think there's an admin team waiting to come back. The only game I actually got to watch was Rat Rocket and Puppy Pouncers. What we'll do is
with our old friend Ziazeta.
Yeah,
there.
Ziazeta's playing rats, and
he used to play a nasty Chaos team, then turned to the other side, I guess.
Yeah, he left us. He betrayed us. He played. He basically ran down the side and didn't make his. I think either his GFIs, and then the whole game turned around right there. I mean, you know how rats, you click, touchdown, win. That was it. If it works, it's great. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
So, then you're dead.
Yeah. Then you're screwed. You got a 1-1
And
draw.
what about that? What about the Wolfram Ajax guy? He keeps making new teams. What's happening there, do you think?
Yeah, I guess that loser he's stuck with his team now. It's for his second season. I don't know what happened there. He must have forgot to uninstall or unroll and then re-roll. So we'll take a look at him later. Let's take that's kind of a quick recap of week 1. We don't want to go into too much detail on it because we're going to go to week 2. So we'll take a quick commercial break. We'll come back and we'll start with week 2 and a little more detail. Please stay tuned. Welcome back, sports fans. We're going to take a look at our divisional games here for week 2. Now, normally people play these games by Wednesday, but it looks like the Megalomania Murderers, Crawling Crocs have not got their game in, so we will not be talking about them. I can't even click on them in the user interface. So let's just jump right into Knob Gobs versus Day Drinkers, a 1-1 draw. Knob Gobs, 2 deaths. Oof. 20 armor breaks, 2 expulsions. And the Day Drinkers doing what vampires do. Oh, actually, only 1 pass. That's interesting. 11 armor breaks. Let's take a look at some statistics here, Charles. Go ahead.
And a surprising result with the Knob team getting a draw out of this, right?
They gotta be happy.
I would think vampires would have the advantage, but I guess a good job from them.
Yeah, I would think so too, because you can just take the ball at any time.
Correct.
I mean, they're not going to have a lot of ball handlers. They're going to be stunty, and once you break a cage, you're going to get 2 dice pretty much no matter what. Let's see. The Knob Gob team had the ball more. Nice 43% ball possession. 29 block. They threw 29 blocks. They threw more blocks than the vampires, which I don't know if that's good or bad. The problem is they took 2 casualties and 2 deaths, 2 KOs, whereas the Day Drinkers took 11 KOs and 3 casualties. That's some bad dice. You hate to see that for the goblins. I like to see more death.
I guess the deaths on goblins don't matter. I think he lost just like a rookie, and the other one was a loner. Doesn't seem to matter.
Yeah. Let's see. His injury rolls are really stupid. I don't see anything here that stands out. Again, not watching the game. 1 failed bribe. Yeah, you hate to see a bribe fail. What's with these honest refs? Nobody likes that. 84% bloodlust for the 63% hypnotic gaze. So, and a chainsaw. Oh, he got hit with a chainsaw. Nice. And he passed it 5 times. Only 1 failure on that chainsaw. Interesting. Pickup pro. Nothing stands out. Average vampire dice here. Cool. Yeah, you gotta be really happy if you're Knob Goblins with that result. Time. Let's take a look at Prancing Kittens. Crackdown Knights have not played their game. Again, Wednesday slackers. Now here's the game I did see. Rat Rocket and Bullshido. I was forced to watch this miserable game. So, since I did watch this game, I'll go ahead and give you some details on this one. Rat Rocket wins 2-1 over Bullshido. Interesting thing here, armor breaks. 20 armor breaks that the rats took, only 1 injury. So that was an amazing result there. Let's see.
That's how you win as rats, right?
Boy, I tell you,
and
I threw so many punches on him, and I think I got 1 KO in the first half. And when he's got natural 1-turners, he's got ball sackers, he's got an edge 5. So it's like I had to stay in a cage. I couldn't go anywhere because if I left the cage, I was screwed because he can just basically go around anywhere he wants. But yeah, throwing 47 blocks. I got to be honest, I don't think I got any injuries. I think he might have dodged away and injured himself at some point, but it was brutal.
And did his claws do anything?
Well,
it doesn't look like
it did not. In turn, I think midway through the first half, he left his claw bomber exposed to my claw bomber, and I was like, well, thank you very much, sir. And so I went over and pounced on him, pummeled him, and took him out. I don't remember. Maybe that was the only injury. But I took him out. I didn't have to worry about him the second half. But there was just some weird things that happened in this game, and I probably could have got the 2-2 tie, but my kids came in and said, Mom's yelling, wants to know how long you've got. And I said, I got a couple more turns left, relax. And when I came back to the game, I looked, and in my brain was like a couple more turns left. But I was thinking it was turn 15, but it was really turn 16. And so I moved up into position for scoring, but I didn't score. And then Zia said, oh, that's an interesting move. And I thought, what's so interesting about that? I'm just in a cage. I've been doing this the whole game. And then I looked, oh, turn 16. Ah, crap. So...
no. We've seen that in one of the divisions we've covered.
Yeah.
Player didn't win because they forgot to score, so you kind of did the same there.
I'm such an idiot. That's on me. The rest of it, he played really well. I mean, his ball, he tried to dive the cage a few times. It didn't work. And the only other thing that did work was he did his long run down the sideline. He needed like a 4-up, 3-up, 3-up, 1-up, 1-up, and it worked. And if that works, there's nothing you can do because his rat can basically score 1 square in past the half. It's got move up and sure feet. You're like, oh, brutal. So that was the game. What's that?
I'm liking the build that he's making on rats.
Yeah.
I think he's making all the stereotypical gutter runners as he's supposed to, like a 1-turner, a ball retriever, and then 2 guys becoming sackers. I think one of them leveled up this game.
Yeah.
So he's gonna be even nastier with the leap now.
Just glad I don't have to face him.
Yeah.
Let's take a look.
You're true with it.
Let's take a look at Sukin? I don't know. Bubonic Knights. I think this is that stacked orc team. Against
Yes,
Chaos.
I saw that one. That would be tough to face. Huh?
We'll come back and we'll take a look at all the teams before we leave here. Let's see. 50 blocks succeeded to 57 blocks. A casual 107 blocks here. 5 KOs on each side. 2 injuries. You know, for 50 blocks and 57, that's not a lot of injuries. It's like, no, there was not a lot of, I mean, 3 casualties sustained, I guess. Okay.
I keep saying AV9 is broken, but They
Yeah.
don't seem to believe me based on the new rules.
Clearly. Plenty of armor. So 75% rate that it succeeded. Injuries, only 3 injuries. On Grinskin, Bubonic Knights, plenty of armor breaks. Injuries were a little worse. Well, actually, much worse, 14%. So, Bubonic Knights were getting pummeled there. But, I mean, all in all, what was the result here? 1-2 against Nurgle. Did you lose any players, any deaths or anything? That's what I would be worried about. It doesn't look like it. So no deaths, and you'll move on to the next. You'll get past them. I think that's the worst thing for Orcs is once you start facing those high claw, high strength teams, you're pretty much, it's over for you.
Yeah, because he's had it so good so far, right? He has every one of his blockers well developed.
Yeah, all
very
those Black Orcs
well
were just
developed.
stacked, and I was like, it's gonna be hard just generating.
It seems
hits.
Yeah, and if he can go through, there's not much claw in this division. It doesn't look so. So
Mhm.
he survived one of them with no injury to those blockers.
Yeah, it's gotta be happy about that.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at the other rat team, Skaven Rat Rodents versus Pretty in Pink. That is the Dark Elf team that looks like they're wearing Christmas uniforms. But we'll come back and laugh at them later. Statistically speaking, was it a 1-2 loss to the Rats? This could have gone either
And
way,
they're
I
not
assume.
rats.
What's that?
And they're not rats.
Yeah.
Just the name is deceiving you.
Why's he got to do
It's a
that?
carry team.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah, there's a skeleton right there. I'm thinking dead rat. I was happy. 43% ball. Wait, is this Craig Pip? Okay, this is Craig's team, isn't it? I think he did that before, where he missed
Yes.
something. I'm like, why you gotta do that? This is why you don't. This is why you don't have a recapper. It's because of this. Let's see. 43% ball possession, 1 pass from the Tomb Kings, and 1 catch. Nice. Versus 2 passes, 2 catches. Maybe you're expecting a bunch more passes from Pretty in Pink here. Let's see. Any casualties? 1 casualty sustained by each team. 1 KO. 10 KOs. Pretty in Pink took a lot of KOs, so they got to be happy with that. I mean, if half those had been removals, it might have been a much different game. This is just a week that nobody got injured. I hate these weeks.
And Wolf, the producers have been telling me it's actually Patty in Pink, not to be that guy.
It's beating what?
The name of the team is actually Patty in Pink.
See, this is yeah, this is why I'm relegated to minor league baseball. I'm not a professional. How dare you? This team is, you know what? In fact, both of these teams could have lost this week, but now would have made me happy. The Rat Rodents, half their armor breaks, armor held up, and only 2 failures compared to Petty in Pink. Plenty of, oh my gosh, okay. Armor rolls, 24 succeeded, and then injury rolls, 18 successful injury rolls, only 1 failure. That's insane, that number. Like, you would expect at least half of those to be KO, half of those to be injuries. I mean, this is insane. 6-12, yeah, 6 of those should have been casualties. Like, 94% success rate. He's got to be extremely
Is that on
happy.
the Elf team?
That's on the Elf team, yeah. They took 19 hits, injury rolls, and only 1 of them failed. That's nuts.
So I was about to say that at this time on development, it's a great win to beat Camry.
Yeah.
With an Elf team. Maybe that shifts in the future, but for now it's a great win.
Yeah.
And I guess that's part of the explanation why it happened, right?
That's
If
the
they're
only
not
thing I can
breaking
see.
you.
Yeah, if your players are still on the pitch, you've got a chance with those. And obviously the Tomb Kings wanted to get, some more removals there, but just didn't. That's a shame. I like to see a lot more dead players. And let's see, the last match of the week is the Puppy Pouncers versus the Shuffle Alliance, which was a 0-0 draw. Now, I'm not sure what exactly happened here. I think the Shuffle Alliance, yep, that's the Wood Elf team versus the, what is that, Necro? Yeah, Necro team. Let's take a look at some statistics here. Pretty much ball possession is pretty close. 51 blocks succeeded by the Puppy Pouncers.
That's a lot.
That is a lot. What's 27 blocks for the Shuffle Alliance? That's kind of a lot for Wood Elves too. I don't think Wood Elves do a lot of attacking, but maybe Slade's doing something different here. So 51 blocks sustained on the Wood Elves for 4 KOs and 2 casualties. So that's, you've got to be really happy if you're Elves with armor 7 and only taking 2 casualties. And it looks like no deaths, so that's another.
But the Necro team also doesn't have much of a killers.
No mighty
so
blow. Okay.
other than the claws, you're usually safe here.
Well, armor 7. I mean, it's 50. What? A little less than 50%. You're gonna break them, and then armor roll. Let's take a look here. Puppy Pouncers. Their armor held up as expected. Their injuries. They had actually 42% success. So when they took an injury, they were taking 4 of those were failures and 3 were successes. That's kind of weird. Shuffle Alliance. Now here we go again. Shuffle Alliance took 16, 17, 18 hits or 18 injury rolls. Only 2 of those failed. This is nuts. This is Elf Week, or this is Agile Week apparently in the dice log. Nobody told me about that. Oh well. Otherwise, typical Elf nonsense. But it looks like, I gotta say, with those kind of dice, I would be, Puppy Pouncers, you've got to be happy. Because, I mean, with getting hardly any removals, this could have easily been like a 4-1 game. Sometimes with Elves, especially early on, where they just score at will. So, I don't know.
Yeah, and being able to stop them from scoring is a win.
Yeah.
I wonder what happened there, if there was a win in 36 somewhere.
Yeah, I'll have to go back and look at this game today, because that's interesting. Because, I mean, I think Slade's last game, he scored 3 on the guy, so... Interesting result there. Shuffle Alliance has got to be upset about that. Puppy Pouncers, I would say, probably happy about that. That moves us around. Let's take a look at the leaderboard here. What we'll do is we'll take a quick commercial break after this. We'll come back and we'll kind of take a look over the teams real quick and make a few predictions for next week. Welcome back to Friday Night Fights. What we're going to do is take a look at week 3, give some quick predictions here. Charles, who do you want to start with?
The Megalomania Murderers versus the Skaven Rat Camry.
Okay, so I assume we're looking at Megalomania Murderers for the win on that, right?
Because of these setups, I think they have a good chance, but I just feel the Tomb Guardian team is so solid. I'm thinking they get this one. I don't know.
Let's see, we're on week 3, right? Yeah, this will be week 3. Let me take a look here. Oh yeah, it's not Skaven. It always... Okay. I have to kill Craig's entire team to get him to reroll. That's my new goal for the season. So he appropriately names his team. The Murderers. What were they? Let's see. Yeah, they got a lot of murder ability and claw. I'm gonna stick with them. You're gonna go with Craig, you said?
Yes, I just feel it's too solid to pick the opponents. I think they can start getting some removals and roll the KOs.
Puppy Pouncers versus Greenskins. Puppy Pouncers still fairly new. Greenskins been around a while, but all that strip ball. I gotta go back with the Puppy Pouncers on this one. I like that they're lean. They're gonna have inducements, and all that strip ball is not gonna matter because they're gonna have sure hands by the time this game gets played.
And I'm picking the Gurskin. I just think the Puppy Pouncers will not be able to use those claws without exposing themselves too much to hit those black arcs. And in the attrition game, the arcs can just add more removals unless the regen saves Necro. So I'm just picking the more solid team, the team that's gonna have an easier time moving the ball, I guess.
Got you.
Through the opponents, right?
All right. Let's take a look at our next one, which would be Rat Rocket versus Shuffle Alliance. Wood Elf versus Skaven. I'd like to pick Zia Zeta, but I will never pick Zia Zeta, so I'm gonna have to pick. I don't want to pick Slade either. I'm gonna say 0-0 loss for both teams.
Okay, and I'm gonna go with Zia Zeta. I don't know Slade yet, but I do know Zia Zeta has been there, done that. He knows how to play elves. He has been dubbed the Elf Prince at one point.
That's true.
You
make a good point. You know what? You've convinced me. I think Slade doesn't have enough ball handling ability. He's just so used to relying on Edge 4 that a lot of his skills, he's not going to be able to hold that ball. And he's used to sacking the ball. I don't know. This is going to be interesting. You're right. I'm going to pick Zia Zeta on this one. I hate to do it. Alright. Who we got next? We have Prancing Kittens, Pretty in Pink. Or Petty in Pink. Dark Elf versus Chaos. Boy, this is going to be an interesting one. These are two teams that are doing okay. This is which Chaos team? This is the one with strength up. No block. I think I like the Dark Elves in this one. What do you like?
Yeah, I think this is one of the closest matchups that we have this week.
Yeah.
I'm going with the Dark Elves just because I also like Dark Elves, but my honest pick would be that anybody can win it. Those two teams look... Yeah, I'm going with the team that can get a Wizard in a close matchup. I think that could be the difference.
Yeah. And now I just like the Dark Elves because they can score when they need to. Bubonic Knights, Knobgob. I mean, I think we're probably both going to have to pick Nurgle on this one. I don't see any.
Right.
I mean, this Nurgle team is just stacked and developed, and it's goblins, so sorry, goblins, but please feel free to kill that beast of Nurgle. Or even that Pestigore. Become the hero of the division you can be.
And it's the same thing always when Nurgle plays any of the stunty teams, is that they take away some of the magic that stunties can do. Like throwing teammate just gets completely wrecked by the disturbing presence. So
yeah. Let's take a look at Bullshido versus Crawling Crocs. Now, I'm picking the Crawling Crocs in this one because I'm not stupid. Oh my god. I hate Lizardmen so much. So much. He's got a Saurus out, but he's still got a Croc score with block, so it fills in pretty well. Unless you get removal started, I don't see any way for Chaos Dwarves to win this one.
Yeah, and I guess if you can cause some damage, that would be even better than a win.
Absolutely. So, moral victory.
I think you have more ways of winning in the ways that sometimes even if you lose, you won a moral victory. So I'm picking Bushido.
How dare you? You just jinxed me. And Crackplow Knights versus Day Drinkers. The humans versus vampires. I think, let's see. Yeah, this is the strength. Okay. I think the vampires win this one. I think they just have too many skills on those vampires at strength 4. You don't have any muscle on the human team, and you're trying to outdo vampires with what they do, which is like pass, move around. I don't see them winning this one, but stranger things can happen. Who do you like in this one?
And they're not significantly faster. They can't move the ball all that well because their receivers are not that well. They can pass it, but if a receiver is marked, then
you gotta dodge away.
It's just not the same. Yeah, you gotta dodge away. So I guess the vampires, even though we like Koloski, but this matchup doesn't seem like the one that he was gonna get the result on.
Well, he has uglier uniforms, so I'm gonna have to vote against him winning that one. That is all of our predictions for the week. What we'll do is we'll take a quick commercial break and we will wrap up the show. Welcome back, sports fans. What we're going to do is we'll take a quick look at each team's development so far. I think most teams that are coming up from division are going to be in their second season, whereas people that came down or stayed in this division will be on, obviously, 2 or more seasons. Let's take a look at Craig Pip-Pup's ridiculously named team. Oh, sorry, Charles. Do you wanna look at something else? You wanna start with?
Yeah, no, let's go ahead with this one. The Skaven Camry.
Skaven named Camry team. It's at 1,910 TV. Anything you like out of here? Otherwise, I see typical development. Blitz Raws. Nothing amazing here. A Throw Raw with Edge 3. But it's got dodge. Just needs block.
There is an armor bust in one of the Tomb Guardians that's the most developed one.
Yeah, I like that.
One.
That's nice. Only one block Tomb Guardian, so that's nice. The Stand Firm block. The Strong Firm Guard one's going to be annoying. I don't see anything amazing here, but I just see a typical team develop. You're just hoping for doubles every once in a while on the Tomb Guardian. And the only thing I see a problem with is that if he faces some ball strippers right now, because he's got sure hands, but they're just going to wrestle him down, or he doesn't have block. So like for me, I'd hit that one with a block and hope for the best there. On that
right.
Raw, if you can get into there.
And he has some of the best skeletons you're gonna see, right? He has a sacking skeleton with the wrestle tackle and diving tackle, and then he has a guard skeleton. I think those guys are getting
getting beefy,
high up in development. Yeah.
They cost a lot of money. Let's take a look at the next team. What do you want to look at next, Charles?
Let's go to the Dark Elf team, Petty in Pink.
Petty in Pink. Let me find them. Petty in Pink. Alright, yeah, this is the Christmas themed Dark Elf team. Man, those are some ugly uniforms you guys are wearing there. Let's see. What do you like on this team? Now, Charles, you're our former Dark Elf expert. What do you like on this team?
I like the Witch Elf who has started with Wrestle and then got lucky enough to get Edgy next.
Okay.
So she's a pretty special player in that team. One thing that pulls my attention is that the other Witch Elf has only rolled normals. And she has a niggling injury. That becomes a balancing act of, he's on top of the leaderboard right now, but at some point you're gonna be rebuilding a Witch Elf.
Yeah.
Especially because if she levels up once more, then you don't have many options on what to do with her. So with the Niggle on top of it, I assume at some point of the season he might be building that.
Yeah.
He's
doing pretty good. He's got 9 wins, 2 losses, and 7 draws, so it's not too bad.
No, yeah. I guess that's why she sticks around. It's because he is actually competing for the playoff spot, even though it's early on the season. He did everything he needed to do so far, right?
Absolutely. The Blitzer with Blodge, movement, sidestep. That would be the annoying one. Blitzer number
player,
4.
Yeah.
Blitzer number 4 would be the one that would give me fits with the strip ball lead. Nothing more annoying than just standing in a cage and still getting stripped. Alright. Let's take a look.
And it's a non-standard build, but it's one that attracts me for early game. I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, it's working.
Might be something I try out at some point. The movement guy, I would like to have jump up on it, but that's probably not standard. Just gives that Dark Elf team some option that they usually don't have with more movement.
Yeah.
So pretty solid team overall. I guess that Blitzer with the armor bust is another one that's gonna have to be rebuilt at some point.
Yeah, at some point. Who do you want to look at next?
Let's go to the Wood Elves then, the Shuffle Alliance. I'm going through the leaderboard and
Sure.
in order.
Alright, let's take a look at He's got 11 wins, 6 losses, 1 draw. And this is Slade the Black Mage, who used to play Chorse and has betrayed the Chorf Brotherhood for Elves. I mean, who goes from the best team to the Elves? What a horrible choice. And then he picks the worst looking uniforms on these. Ugh. It's like a reddish brown. Oh well. Let's take a look at what we like on this team. Tree with guard grab, that's pretty standard. You got some war dancers here. Sidestep, tackle, and then a tackle. So nothing amazing on the war dancers yet. Catcher.
The war dances are great right out of the box,
Yeah.
but he would like to have some special roles going on.
Get
They're
something.
they're pretty standard so far.
The catcher with move 9, edge 5 is probably his special piece, but that would be the first one I would kill. The catcher with guard is nice. Anytime you add guard to a wood elf team, it makes him super annoying. Or strength makes him super annoying.
Right. And that's interesting that he went with the kick there, kind of to have a more stable kick rather than putting on alignment that you will have to sacrifice during the course of the game. So I guess putting on a catcher gives you more chance that if you have to kick second, that he will still be on the pitch. You're not exposing that guy all that much, right?
Right. Now he has 70k in the bank. He might be buying another lineman. Otherwise, he's got his whole team on the line with no bench, which could make a long day for him. I know he just lost some players recently.
And they look pretty fresh, right? There's
oh yeah. No
in contrast to
permanents.
the other elf team, they have no permas.
Yep. Yeah, that's not too shabby. All right, let's take a look at our next team. Who do you got up?
Let's go to our friend Ziazera. Red
right.
Rockets.
Yeah, this is an annoying team. Let's see. Black uniforms are decent. Skate, he's got it okay. I don't like the logo, but other than that, he's doing not too shabby. Storm Vermin. Now, this is an annoying piece, just because it's got mighty blow attack. But thankfully, his movement has been limited because he could hit anywhere on the pitch. I mean, it was just annoying. But Z, you got to protect that guy a little better, because that was my first
And those
target.
guys are some of the worst to face from my point of view, because the Skaven team is also not that expensive. It's very TV efficient.
Yeah.
So they have the blitz. They blitz just as hard as Chaos, for example, but against Chaos you get inducements to get an extra apple here and there, some bench.
Yep.
But not against these guys. They might get inducements on you and hit this hard, which makes it very dangerous.
Yeah, thankfully last game somebody killed his other Storm Vermin, so he's been rebuilding one. The Gutter Runner here with Leap, Wrestle, Dauntless, that is the annoying piece that I had to watch the entire game. Because I knew, and sure enough, at some point he did try to get it through, but he just failed his dodge rolls. Everybody be aware of that piece. That's the one you want to kill, those two. The Gutter Runner here with Edge 5 didn't, other than just being annoying, can pick up balls anywhere. The Move 10 Sure Feet Gutter Runner, that is I gotta say, that's probably his best piece, because it gives you the one turn every time. I mean, there's nothing, it's like click, end zone, win. Other than that, the team
if Nuffle wills it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. If as long as you make those rolls, but it's just so ridiculously easy for him to score on me. It was, of course, I'm a terrible coach, but other than that, he just, as long as you roll better than a 3, you're gonna score from anywhere. So yeah, just annoying. So somebody kill that Tiny Tooth. I should probably put a hit out on that guy. And he does have one guard here on a line, and that's getting to be a pretty expensive lineman. Yeesh. Right.
Yeah, but I guess you'll keep it until it dies, just because it gives you an option that you don't have elsewhere.
Well, that guard piece gives you options for your Storm Vermin to come in and crush somebody.
Right, and the Storm Vermin, the second one, I wonder what the build is going to be. Like, if this lineman dies, maybe you reach for a guard earlier in development. I don't know what the other one looks like.
Yeah, I don't know what he's gonna have to do there. All right, who do you want to take a look at next?
Let's go to the Bubonic Knights.
Bubonic Knights.
Nurgle team.
Bubonic Knights. Okay, let's take a look at their uniforms. Nice,
so,
good color.
as
like
always,
the
they have...
Go ahead.
No, I would say just as always they have a block beast, which seems to always happen.
I think there's like 8 block beasts running around now. It's like, it used to be rare. Now it's like everybody gets block on them.
Yeah.
Whatever. I hate that. I hate that beast. Somebody kill that beast before I have to play him. Nurgle Warriors all beefed up already with block. Looks like he must have lost number 5 here at some point and is rebuilding him, but once the Nurgle Warriors get block on them, they're just annoying. It's just the worst. Pestigore with the kill stack. and then a Blodge, Pesticle. Man, his team is just—he's got a really nice team here. Let's take a look at his statistics. 12
and it's
wins.
TV efficient as well.
Look at this: 12 wins, 4 draws, 2 losses. So he's come out really well. I mean, his first 2 seasons. I mean, usually Nurgle struggles their first season, but he is just crushing it. So he cannot.
Correct. They say this team is supposed to struggle early. He's not struggling early, so I would wonder 2 seasons from now what this is going to look like, because it's already a nightmare, right?
It's a nightmare. Nobody wants to face this. You don't want to face this if you're Bash. You probably don't want to face this if you're passing, because he's gonna lock you down. But good luck. Hopefully this guy makes it to the playoffs and gets booted up into and then gets crushed somewhere along the line. That would be wonderful. What do you want to look at next, Charles?
The Chaos team, Megalomania Murderers.
Megalomania Murderers. I gotta find them. Oh, they got a level coming. Black uniforms. Interesting logo. Not too shabby. I'll give you a 9 out of 10 on that. Let's see. Beastman. Extra arms. Extra head. This must be your ball getter. He's got movement 7. Strength. Jeez, 3 strengths up. This team can kiss my rear. Oh my god. I still gotta face this team too. Beastman, you can go grab the ball with Edge 4. What? I can't remember that hand. A big hand. Okay. Great. So this guy's gonna get the ball from anywhere. I guess you don't have to sack the ball when you just have strength up everywhere. Just punch the ball out.
Right.
God.
Punch everyone else until the ball is exposed.
Yeah. Strength 5 warrior. No block. Oh boy. No block. That's the only way to get through this team is hit those guys with no block and hope for the best. Minotaur is Edge 1. Oh no, not an Edge 1 Minotaur. So the only hope you have here is that the Minotaur screws up all the game plans. Man, this is a brutal looking team as well. What's this record? 11 wins, 13 draws, 12 losses. So right on the bubble, like 50%. I don't know what the draws, what that would be, but not let's see. So I think he's an extra season ahead of everybody. So maybe he came down to this division, but then again, Chaos starts off kind of rough. So looks like now the Chaos team is stacked and ready to go. So.
And those warriors are not too difficult to level up. Like the strength up guy needs 1 touchdown to go up.
Well, it looks like
to get his block.
It looks like he's thrown a pass, maybe 1 SPP. So that one, you get that MVP, and he's already, and then he'll be leveled up.
Yeah, the other one.
Yep. Oh well. And then you got a Beast Man here that's got a block on him that can level up. Who knows? Let's take a look. Who you got next?
We got Gurinskin, I guess. Gurinsukin.
Let me see. Oh wait. Okay.
The art.
Yeah. Okay, so he picked some ugly uniforms on these green skins. Again, Christmas theme. Maybe it's a Christmas theme they're going with this year. Let's take a look at the statistics. 17 wins, 8 draws, 32 losses. My only hope here is that those 32 losses are because he's just kind of clowning around and having fun. Because looking at this team could potentially be one of the best orc teams I've seen in a while. Like block, guard, mighty blow, stand firm. Although he took Black Orc with Blodge. I'm not sure why. Other than just standing up, being able to take a hit, but I don't think you're going to be really doing anything with that dodge other than negating a dodge. But everybody will have tackle, so I don't know if I like that pick. On a double, I might have taken look for something a little better.
Well, I think that player doesn't need much else after you have the guard, stand firm, mighty blow, so might as well pick dodge and make it stand around more frequently.
Maybe. I think with armor 9 and stand firm, you're going to be standing around most of the game anyway. I'm just thinking with dodge, everybody who's going to hit him is already going to have tackle, so it's not like, I don't know. I might have taken something a little different. Maybe I like grab on this other one. That was nice. But either way, it's his team. He's got movement 7, ball getter. These guys all have strip.
Yeah, I was going to say that pick is where the fun aspect comes from, I guess, that you mentioned.
Yeah.
That's definitely not standard.
No.
But it looks as though he might be not getting the best results because he's protecting his players. As you can see, the development's fine, even though maybe the results weren't.
Yeah.
So they're getting ready to start winning at some point, right?
Gotta win at some point. What's this blitzer here? What's he got? A niggled injury. So that is a nice target for removal. Other than that, I mean, it's a nice looking team, except for this strip. I would have, without that strip ball, I mean, maybe just have one with strip would be fine. But without that strip, I think it's a really great looking team. Nothing.
That's the only non-standard pick, right?
Yeah.
The rest of the team is very well developed. It's not like strip is a bad thing to have. Maybe three of them
seems a
too
little
much.
bit excessive. Like, yeah.
Right.
But have fun with it. Who do you got next, Charles?
We got the Day Drinkers vampire team
Day Drinkers vampire team
with the strength 6.
10 wins, 10 draws, 11 losses. So second season team doing. I mean, that's got to be pretty well. I mean, half of your matches or 33% of your matches are wins. That strength 6, that vampire can kiss my butt as well. That guy was annoying, and he's got blodge now. I don't know if he had blodge before. Maybe he did. The one thing I noticed about this vampire team is he plays it a little differently. It almost felt like he was playing them as dark elves, where it's like you can bash and then take the ball. He didn't against me. He wasn't doing a lot of, you know, the typical hypnogaze tricks to get the ball. So thankfully he was playing them a little differently. I mean, I'm used to playing against vampires, but this one was a little different. Typical builds on vampires. Let's see. Anything interesting here? You know, one of the things I don't like about this team is that it seems only focused on vampires. Whereas the vampire teams I've had trouble with in the past will have a thrall who's a ball sacker, so the vampires can come grab it. Or they'll have one, you know, you have to have some thrall development here, and the only thrall he has is a kicker. So he's focusing all of his efforts into the vampires, and we'll see how that works out.
And I guess that explains the 2 pro picks then, because if most of his development is on vampires, he's going to be throwing a lot of bloodlust rolls.
Yep.
So getting any kind of help re-rolling those feels like a good choice.
I love pro on vampires. It's paid off in his match against me. I mean, it's wonderful to, because you're going to screw up and you don't have to waste a reroll on actions. And they're usually not game determining actions, so you're worried about the 50-50 roll. So it's just like fail the bloodlust. You fail that, you grab them anyway, and you're like, well, tried. So anyway, this is going to be an interesting one to watch to see how he goes, but it was definitely weird playing against this team. It played a little differently than I would have thought. Who do you got next, Charles?
The Puppy Pouncers.
Which one? Puppy Pouncers. Alright. Sounds horrible, like you're pouncing on puppies. Uniforms, not bad. 7 out of 10. Logo, pretty average. People pick that one all the time. Let's take a look at the statistics as well. 4 wins, 6 draws, 5 losses. This is a one-season team. I wonder if he's filling in or if something seems off with this. And his development looks like it's way behind everybody else. So maybe he's in his first season and he did really well and got moved up to here. I don't know. Or maybe he's right on target. Let's see. Werewolf, blodge, tackle. That must be your killer, I assume. The Edge 4 would be your ball carrier, but he doesn't have any ball skills yet. Those will come obviously with 2 more SPP. And a Flesh Golem with block, very standard. White with guard. I don't know how I feel about that. I like 1 guard with tackle. I think I would put the tackle on the white. And maybe the mighty, well, depends on what you roll. You'd have to roll mighty blow or werewolf, but that doesn't happen very often. Let's see.
Yeah, some sort of skill on the whites, right? And maybe a ghoul to carry the ball instead of building the werewolf that way.
Well, Edge 4, I think he becomes your ball carrier. But yeah, definitely maybe a ghoul on the team to hand off to the werewolf, and the werewolf goes scores. I mean, movement 8, pretty much score from anywhere. Zombie, strength 4 with block. That's kind of an annoying zombie, but he's also paying 110 for it. So, dirty player, kick. Other than that, everything seems to be on track for him. So, hopefully, you can get that turned around, get the wins started going, and be ready for next season. Well, actually, be ready for. I don't think you're gonna make playoffs this season unless you're a real tryhard. Who do you got next, Charles?
Let's go to the Crawling Crocs Lizardman. And I guess we both are not fans of Lizardman teams in general.
No, I
Would
hate
that be fair to say?
Oh my god, I hate Lizardman. It's like, I have all the strength I need and all the edge I need. Get out of here. Oh no,
Exactly.
I have movement 8. Oh, actually, this guy's got... Oh my god, this team's... this team is even more annoying than Charles. Oh my god. Let's see, 22 wins, 8 draws, 12 losses. So he must have been bumped down to here, stayed in the same division. Croxagore with block. Okay, annoying, sure.
Alrighty.
A Killsaurus, a Guardsaurus. His only injury is a movement 5 Saurus, but so much guard, so much block. But the most annoying part here, Skink movement 9, sidestep, edge up. The other one's movement 9, sure, like basically you don't even have to cross the pitch just to score, right? 9, 10, 11, 12, yeah, 12. Get out of here. Somebody kill this team before I have to play them. Oh my god.
And they can basically go coast to coast with just a handoff, right?
Yeah.
They can keep the ball really safe, hand it off, and then click the end zone, and they're in. And they can also probably beat most teams on the line of scrimmage as well. So.
Yep. I don't see how you get past this team other than hoping for some good dice. I mean, you put one skink mid-pitch on the opponent's side, one skink mid-pitch on your side, and then have a few Saurus to help cover those skinks. How do you stop that? Once you have the ball, it's coast to coast every turn. So if you get some ball strippers on this team, this is going to be very annoying. But thankfully, he's not. He's probably just going to bash the ball out and then take it edge 4. Oh, I might. Oh. I would take a wizard just to zap that edge 4 skink if I need to. My god, that's brutal. The only good thing here, well, he's got 140k in the bank. The only good thing here is he doesn't have a ton of players, so if you can get some removal started, you might be able to work that. Who do you look at next, Charles?
We're going next up to Bushido.
Oh, now this team. I don't know how they did it. They picked the best logo with the best uniforms. What a genius this guy is. Pretty much average. Developed nothing amazing here other than getting a dwarf blocker with the claw kill stack early. But the problem is since season 1, I don't think he's got many kills. Other than that, this team is boring.
Right, but you did get another set of claws, which was a problem in some of your other teams, right?
Let's not talk about that.
And
let's not talk about that. Look.
And what about those bull centaurs starting with the dodge skill? What's the name of that one?
Block and break tackle.
Break tackle.
Yeah. Those are pretty much standard. No, you don't want claw first. You'd rather get mighty blow first and then claw, because now it just takes forever to get to 16, but you have to take it when it comes, so you just take it. And again, Charles, I'm not playing this team for season 2. I'm hopefully going to be ready for season 3. As you see, I have no ball carrier. My ball carrier died early, so anytime anybody wants the ball, if they have strip ball, I can't. There's nothing I can do about it. So it's just brutal. But anyway,
well, that would be wasted TV on doing ball things. I'm guessing you're going for the murder.
I'm just trying to murder everybody I can. That would, if I can get more kills. Like last season, I retired 2 teams. They're like, this team's dead. But so far this season, I don't think I've got but 1 Kaz. So hopefully that turns around mid-season. All right, who do you want to look at next, Charles?
Next up, Knob Goblins.
Let's take a poor goblins. Let's take a look. You know, 11 wins is not bad. 7 draws, 20 losses. That's actually not. That's kind of respectable for goblins.
Yes.
Troll with block. Guard, grab, piling. Troll's piling on. Oh, this is my new hero. I love him. And break tackle. That's an interesting troll. Other than that piling on is kind of funny. I want to see what happens. Not against me. I want to see what happens to other people. And the other troll with guard, stand firm, no block. And then, let's see, edge 4 goblin. He's only got 11 players. He's got 40k in the bank, so he's probably gonna buy 1 more goblin. I think you want to have at least some bench here. Other than that, a loony, AV busted loony.
Well, his bench probably comes from inducements every week.
Yeah.
He might have that inducement, that stadium enhancement that gives you cheaper star players.
Sure. Yeah.
So might as well not even buy the goblins because
he does.
they're gonna die all the time anyways.
Look at you, Charles, professional. You knew it. You knew it. He had Knuckles alter. All right. Who do you want to look at next, Charles?
Let's go to Koloski, our old friend from the Friday Night Fights time.
So one of
He
the
used
things
to
we
have
told,
Dark Elf.
yeah, we told him his uniforms were terrible back then, and you'd think he'd create a new team and fix that. He did not, Charles. Oh,
Oof.
he just picked a red uniform with a stupid logo. Poor Koloski. Maybe he's colorblind. I've never asked him. Let's take a look at his statistics. 6 wins, 23 losses. See, Koloski, your uniforms, they're bringing you down, brother. Let's take a look at his team, though. He's got a Strength 4 Mighty Blow Blitzer. That's not too shabby. The other Blitzer has Mighty Blow Tackle, Edge. I don't know if I like Edge on a Blitzer. Maybe. I mean, you've already got Edge 3, which means you're picking up the... Man, he's got Edge 4 Thrower, Edge 4 Thrower, and a Catcher with Sure Feet. I don't know. This team is interesting. It's only got 11 players, so I can get removal started. It's going to be downhill from there. But, I guess he's just going edge. You might as well just do passes now, and then try to move the ball into a safe on the sideline and scoot down the field. The Strength 4 Blitzer is nice, but... Go ahead.
They do say the human teams need some stat ups to become competitive, so he's covered on that front with a lot of them right now.
Let's try to see if he had passes here. It doesn't have how many passes he's done.
Yeah.
Do you see it? I see yards passing.
No, but I'm guessing.
I mean, I'm guessing he's using both of these. I mean, you can pass from one side to the other side and then to the catcher and then go. But other than that, it looks like pretty normal. He doesn't have the ogre, so that's interesting. But probably makes you a better team without the ogre. All right, let's look. Who else we got, Charles?
We are on the last team, I think. The
Cool.
Prancing Kittens. Hopefully I didn't forget anybody.
If you did, blame Charles. They're not going to find you. They don't even know who you are. Prancing Kittens, because you're not in the division, they can't target you with removal.
Right.
They'll just take it out on me. 15 wins, 6 draws, 15 losses. I assume they were up a season, came down here, or stayed in this division. It's a lot of games played. Minotaur looks still like a rookie. I like that. Warriors all have block, which I do not like. Guard Beastmen, some Ball Hawk Beastmen, some Ball Thieving Beastmen. Ugh, this team is going to be a pain for me to face too.
Right.
Beastman, Strength 4. I like that. He doesn't have block yet, so you might want to uphill him with block. Other than that, I mean, it's a typical Chaos build, but it doesn't look like he's focusing on just kill stacking. It looks like he's doing several things. And maybe that's why his record kind of shows he hasn't... His record kind of shows that he hasn't excelled in one area, but he hasn't failed in any areas either. You know what I mean? He can get the ball when he needs to, he can strip it when he needs to. He can probably get one guy here blitzing every turn with claw when he needs to. But I just don't see the wow factor yet in this team, but that could be coming.
He can play on the sidelines with those sidesteppers. He's building like...
Though? That's weird. All right, go ahead.
Yeah.
That seems like wasted. You're spending...
He also has... It is excessive, yes. He's getting more and more block and wrestle, so his blocks are getting safer. You're not going to be using rerolls on the Minotaur because that's a waste 50% of the time.
Exactly.
So the fourth one does feel like bloat.
Yeah, once you have the 4 warriors of block, you won't be rerolling as much. You shouldn't be. All right. Other than that, keep up with the good work on that team. Everybody else, if you didn't get your team covered, that's not on us, that's on you. Let's take a quick commercial break, and we'll come back with the final segment of the show. And welcome back to the final segment of the show. Charles and I have been out of commission for a while. It's kind of nice having a break from doing a weekly show. It's so much work, and there's like no reward anymore, so it's like, why bother? Anything you want to talk about, Charles? Like predictions for the entire season here for this division. Now, I would pick just the elf teams. It's season 2, and in season 2 of most of teams' development, elves are already ready to score a lot. You know, I think, let's see, they're in first and second place here. Where's the other elf team? I know it's looking pretty good. Maybe was there only 2 elf teams? Maybe I'm getting screwed up.
Yeah, the dark elf team is on top, and then the wood elf team is second place, and then Skaven third, looking at Rebbl.net.
Yeah, so I mean, looking at the teams, I would pick the dark elf team to win this one. I mean, as long as he keeps doing what he's doing. But obviously, some of these.
And I will say.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I will say you actually hold a very important place in this division, because the edge team that you end up wrecking is going to be the one that's not going to make the playoffs. So
that's a good idea.
Even though you might not be at the end running for one of those spots, you might be a huge decider for who goes to the playoffs or not.
Yeah, that's happened to me a few times. Like, again, I'm not playing to win the division, but I am certainly playing to kill as many players as I can. So let's see what happens here. Hopefully I get those dark elves right as they're making their push and I kill the wrong players and ruin their chances. Oh, that kind of stuff makes me the happiest. No way am I good enough to be in the playoffs in season 2. But, you know, I like Ziazetta's chances here. He's got all the tools, he just has to put it all together on the right dice. And then that Lizardman team, that is filthy. I do not like that Lizardman. I don't like that other Chaos team either. And I certainly don't like that Orc team. I mean, there's some real punishing teams here that could make some moves and determine the outcome of this whole division. But for me right now, I would be looking at the Dark Elf, just because Dark Elves in Season 2 are so strong. They have ball handling skills, they have enough armor to hold up, and they just have to score, you know, one more touchdown than you. So it's pretty easy. Cool. That should wrap it up, Charles. You gonna be joining back soon, you think? Or are you gonna wait for Blood Bowl 3?
I've been tired, but doing this recap kind of got the juices flowing again. Maybe I get back on next season. Let's see.
Look at you getting back on that horse. Yeah, Blood Bowl 3 will be out supposedly next year, but it looks dreadful. So.
Did you know they don't seem to sell Blood Bowl 3 in my country? Like, yeah. I saw that there was somebody streaming it. I went to Steam, click Blood Bowl 3, not available in your country. So I guess I'm not gonna be joining.
It might just be the pre. I don't know. If not, I'll figure something out.
Could be.
I'll let you VPN into my server here, and then it'll look like you're in America. So.
Okay, cool.
We'll figure out something. Otherwise, everybody have a good week of games. Get your games scheduled early. Stoobings' show should be, that little show he's trying to do, will be back next week. He just had some family issues come up, he said, so hopefully we'll be back and getting a regular show from him. Otherwise, take care, Charles. Take care. Be safe down there. Everybody else.
See ya.
See you guys.
Have fun.
Yep. Bye.